For those who may not already know, there was a lawsuit recently filed on behalf of survivors of boarding schools and their descendants. You're going to see me looking off because I'm going to be reading directly from the article by Native News Online, which states that the suit was filed by the Washoe Tribe of Nevada and California and the Wichita and affiliated tribes of Oklahoma on behalf of Native nations whose children attended boarding schools against the Department of Interior, its Bureau of Indian Affairs, and its Bureau of Indian Education in federal court in central Pennsylvania. Now I'm going to play a video that I shared back in 2021, then come back and add to it.
In case you missed it, Puerto Ricans in attendance at Carlisle Indian Industrial School were not torn away from their families like other children. Parents actually sent their kids voluntarily because it was the only way for them to get an American education at the time. Quote, "Learn English, study medicine, law, or architecture, find work as a professional." That's probably what motivated Puerto Rican families on the island to send their children away to a school in Pennsylvania at the turn of the 20th century. However, they were most likely unaware or disappointed to find out this wasn't the case. Eventually, parents complained. Out of the 60 Puerto Rican students sent to Carlisle, 11 withdrew at the request of their parents. Luis Muñoz Rivera, then editor of the Puerto Rican Herald, went on behalf of the parents to investigate their claims. He spoke with some students and concluded that Carlisle was more of a trade school that taught English. This raises the possibility that parents sent their children away under false pretenses. End quote from the Center for Puerto Rican Studies.
So I wanted to go ahead and answer the question that was asked in Taino Library's Facebook group when the article previously mentioned was shared, and that is, are Puerto Ricans whose families were coerced into sending their children to the Carlisle Industrial Indian School going to be part of the suit? And the short answer is no. Trigger warning when it comes to the following, because it is going to touch on the subject of abuse and unalivement, particularly of children. But there are two things that need to be taken into consideration when we're talking about Puerto Ricans at Carlisle. Number one is that the children that were sent to Carlisle were from elite families in Puerto Rico, meaning that they more likely than not were white Latinos, not indigenous. The second thing to keep in mind is that Taino are not federally recognized and likely never will be, because Puerto Rico and the other U.S. colonies in the Caribbean are owned by the U.S. They are not part of the U.S. That being said, there is somewhat good news in all of this. Despite the fact that there were bodies of children found under Carlisle, it was determined by research that none of them were Puerto Rican students. So out of those who stayed, a few of them graduated and the rest ran away.